24 on the beat, you already know, Rip Kid.
Welcome to another episode of Midwest Slang. You rocking with your boy Frank Nitty, and I got a special guest today.
Hi.
Okay then.
Keisha with Connected to the Change.
Okay then. What is? You said what you said? Connect what?
Connect to be the change.
Okay then.
Connect to be the change.
Connect to be the change. Okay, what is that?
It's a nonprofit organization. It's gun violence prevention.
Okay. How did you come up with that idea?
So my son Abdul Cross was shot and killed in 2017. July 12th is the day he passed away. 2017, and myself and another lady, her name is Loria Perez. She lost two of her children to gun violence, and so we turned our pain into a purpose. And I've always been a mom. I have 5 kids, so I've been a mom to everybody. And when my son passed away, a lot of his friends, they just stayed around. And
You adopted more kids, basically.
yep,
More sons.
a whole
what's
lot
up.
of them.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. Need more people like you so you can uplift them and, and vice versa, them uplifting you in the
Yeah.
time of need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was a big part of with them was they helped me get up out of bed when I was like super duper depressed.
Didn't want to get out of bed.
Right. And so at times when I would get out of the bed and come out of my room, it'd be like 20 young men in the living room. And they just sitting around, which I appreciated that so much because then it made me get up more. I wasn't alone. I didn't feel alone. The whole time till today, I do not feel alone. They never left.
Yeah.
They've always been there. And so I didn't want another mother to feel what I felt. And I know I cannot stop everything, but I know I could help some young people not make the decision to create or
Throw their life away.
to create or add to any unnecessary violence that goes on in our city. My son did not die here, but all of his friends were here. And so it's important to me. It's important for me to do my part. I feel like I owe it to do my part into helping young men and women make a better decision at times when you need to, because some things don't need to be responded to.
True. You're right. You're right, though. It's all up to the certain situations. Yeah. So, what do you have going on up, with your
Organization.
Yeah.
So we do exposure trips. We're going to Washington, D.C. the first week of June. And we do a lot of collaborating. So we have connected with the Boys and Girls Club, and we're doing open gyms where they're free for all people to come to. They're on Mondays and Fridays from 6 to 8 on Wednesdays and Fridays. 6 to 8 on Wednesday, and Friday is 6 to 9. And it's 13 and up on Friday. It's free. All you got to do is come in, sign in. Adults are welcome. Young people all come in and just shoot around in the gym.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we have like collaborations with Boys and Girls Club, Moms Demand Action, where we do like Wear Orange Week, which is Gun Violence Awareness Week, the first week of June.
Okay.
National Gun Violence Awareness Day is June 7th. And so we do like different things in the community. We're also networked with MHAM, the Mental Health Awareness of Michiana, which
Okay.
I am the outreach coordinator for. and they have like a pro bono therapy thing that they're doing. They do a lot of credited hours.
Okay.
That's something else that we do too.
Okay. How do you connect with the Boys and Girls Club?
And so connecting with the Boys and Girls Club, I met Jacqueline, and we had a mental health summit actually, and Jacqueline and Erica Kelsey was there, and they heard me speak, and they invited me to come up, and they were asking like, what do we need over here on this side of town?
Okay.
And we wanted a gym, and so the southeast side of town.
Okay.
And she said, well, what do we need? And I'm like, well, we need a gym. We don't have a gym on the southeast side of town. On the south side, southeast side, we do not have a gym. The O'Brien Center is too far up on Ireland Road for our kids to walk to. Mm-hmm. So we need somewhere that's closer and that is kid-friendly. And so they were all for it, and they said that we could start open gyms here, free, open to the public. You do not have to be a member. And food, they leave with food on their bellies when they leave to go home, and it gives them something to do on Wednesday nights and Friday nights.
That's what's up, though. Yeah, that's good. I need some of that food too. No, I'm just like, but yeah. So how long have your connect to be? Yeah, how long have that been going on?
Since 2019.
19. Okay.
Yep. Since 2019, and we are a 501c3 as of April 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We became a 501c3 organization.
That's dope. Congratulations. That's what's up, though.
Thank you.
We need more spots like that to help out. You know what I'm saying, though, because like you said, we ain't got no gym, no courts, or nothing, you know. But I mean, it's really a safer environment for our kids too, because like all the stuff will be going on through the summer. We ain't gonna get on that, but you know, it's somewhere the kids can be and it's safe instead of being out there at the parks and stuff. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're also trying to work with the school corporation and Studebaker to open the gym at Studebaker for our area. Or I mean, and it's over on our side, but of course anybody is welcome to go. But we just need somewhere for our kids safe to go play basketball or exercise. We don't have that over here, and that's where the Boys and Girls Club came in at, and Studebaker. Hopefully they will allow us to.
Come on, Studebaker, we need y'all to agree to that. Straight up, though. Because, I mean, that's, like you said, we ain't got nothing over here.
Right.
And the YMCA, they shut that down. Mm-hmm. That's when y'all was growing up, because, like, I used to hear my mom talking, yeah, we just got there. They grooving, you know.
Yep, the
hearing about
dances.
The parties there. Yeah,
yep.
What? Jumping.
Yep.
And then they just shut it down, and it's like, dang, open that back. Why y'all just give that to us? You know?
Right.
And that's a little far too for the walking too, though.
It is far to walk, but we used to walk it. We used to walk to the Y.
That's like, really like down there.
Mm-hmm. You gotta go around the water, but I mean, it gave us something to do. We had somewhere to go and something to do.
To count on.
Right. And then when you've got people that actually care about you and you're walking into a community center, it makes you feel valued. And they wonder what's going on or why all these kids is doing what they doing. Nobody feels valued.
Yeah.
So how do we as adults, like, I feel like we owe it to all of our kids. My oldest son is 28. Mm-hmm. So we owe our kids and your kids, and I owe your kids and everybody else's kids. We owe it to our kids to help them flourish, and they should be able to walk to a community center without being shot at. But definitely. We have to, our kids need to feel valued. They need to feel like what they say or that people are hearing them.
That it matters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So why do you think it's a crime with the kids?
Because they don't feel valued. Okay. They don't feel valued. You've got, and I'm speaking from my experience. I have 5 kids. My oldest is 28. My youngest are 19. So there's a big age gap in between my kids. I didn't have them all back to back. But speaking from on my behalf, I was 15 when I had my first. I had him, and then 3 years later, I had another son. Then 3-4 years later, I had another son. Then 2-3 years later, I had my daughters. So when I was 15, my son grew up with me. I didn't raise him. He grew up with me, and which was wrong. I was supposed to raise him, but of course I'm 15. How do I know?
What to do
But
at that age.
right. And so I made bad decisions. And then with my second son, I made bad decisions. And so I realized after a while, as a mom, you have to learn and you have to be okay with everything you do is not right. Me telling my son, oh, you got to be a real nigga when you grow up. I shouldn't have been telling that boy that. I should have been telling him you got to be a real man. And it's okay.
Showed
you
him
got
a
to
different
work.
lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though we're living in a hood, they can still see something different. We
escape it.
create our own environments. We can definitely do that.
Most definitely.
And so I was not aware of things when I was younger. And then when I became aware, I had 3 younger kids, Abdul, Ami, and Amaya. Darius and Aaron are a little older, but these 3, I'm like, okay, I need to keep them in after school activities. And it made me, I had to sacrifice sleep. I had to sacrifice going out. I mean, like, I couldn't go out and have a whole bunch of fun all the time because I got
Sacrifice,
kids.
yeah.
And I'm a single parent, and I'm working 12-hour shifts in the hospital, so I work at night. So you got kids raising kids, and my oldest son is raising his brothers and sisters as I'm going to work. I'm doing right, I feel. I'm going to work, but my oldest son is at home raising kids. But then when he want to go outside and do something, no, because you can't. But I allow him to babysit my kids, but I won't allow him
To go out.
to go outside, which is wrong. It's confusing to our kids. And then in the meantime, I'm steady telling him, oh, you got to be a real nigga, and you don't never snitch. And I'm telling him, I'm giving him street knowledge, but I'm not giving him more book knowledge.
Book knowledge, yeah.
So, and that was on my part, because that's how I was raised, was in the streets. Like, this is how we raised, this is what we got, so we work with what we got. So this is what I'm telling him. And of course, it was wrong, and now my son is in prison for retaliating when my other son was shot and killed. I raised him, though. That's what I raised. I raised him to be a protector. I raised him to do that. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not at all. But do I wish I had learned different ways to deal with certain stuff? Absolutely. And so that's why I say we all owe it, because us as parents, even though we're doing the best that we can with what we got, there's still a different way that we can learn.
That's true. That's true, though. If you're willing to do that, though. That's if you're willing to do,
And you have to think, and everything ain't for everybody. So, like, the way I raise my kids may not be for you, and that's okay. It don't mean that I'm bad or you're bad. It's just a difference in opinion, and you gonna raise your kids the way you want to. That's totally, it's okay. And if I feel like if our kids would start to see us disagree well, that will change things. That's why with the open gyms, it can be older adults and younger adults together, because now as an older adult, now you're going to be held accountable. All these kids is looking at you while you in here playing this aggressive sport. You got to watch how you acting, because these other kids is in here and they're watching you. And if you act like you don't like everybody, then you showing these kids. Right.
Yeah, they'll follow suit.
And so it's making adults more accountable for their actions. And our kids seeing that. When our kids see us be held accountable, you can bet your bottom dollar they are going to fall in line with that too.
Yeah, that's true though. That's true.
And we don't have good leaders. I'm not political at all, But as I am paying attention to the things that we need and knowing, okay, these are the powers that be that are supposed to help us get the things that we need. And the southeast side, south side is asking for a community center. There's a community center. They got Martin Luther King Center being remodeled. They've had the Charles Black Center got remodeled. Why we can't get a center? And in our district, I'm there. What has been done in our district for us? We now have the One Roof, which is a resource center. That's not a community center for our kids to go play and for adults to go handle whatever. That's a place for older people to go sit and drink coffee and talk amongst each other and read the paper, and for other businesses to come in and handle their business affairs out of that building. But they have WIC, and they have a pharmacy and the daycare, and they have Bowen Center that's there with their kids. They do counseling. And so all of that is great. But right, the ones that need somewhere to go to on a Friday night, they have nowhere to go. So when you don't got nothing to do, you bored, you go find something to do. And 9 times out of 10, when you ain't got no money, you gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. You're right. Because I was one of them. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them. Shoot. Like, but I feel,
So what I think needs to be done is a community center. They need to give us a community center for our kids to play in.
I agree on that.
And the community center, it could be like the Croc Center, or it ain't even gotta be as big as the Croc Center, but it can be a place where people can go play basketball, people can go lift weights, people can go and exercise, people can have parties or community events where the community at large can come. We all can't fit at the One Roof. Like once you get 50 people in there, it's over with. So we need a community center. We need people in our district that is sincerely gonna work for our district and not the other districts. Yeah. So
not to cut you off, because it's a big field right over there, man. It could be a center right there, man.
Mm-hmm. But they're gonna
add on to the park. You know what I mean?
They're actually making that a baseball field.
What?
It's gonna be a baseball diamond instead of a community center. Nah. I don't get it.
We don't even play baseball over here, okay, guys?
Yeah, and but the resources that we need over here, they need to be accessible. Because
for
job
everybody.
Training and things like that, when you go into somewhere, depending on how you're looking, I don't dress up all the time, and I'm sure everybody sees it and knows my hair ain't always done. I don't care. It is what it is. But just because I dress like this doesn't mean I'm not educated. Yeah. Just because I dress like this doesn't mean I don't need help. And when I dress like this, it doesn't mean that I'm finna come and shoot up the place or rob the place or anything of the sort. But people get turned away.
Judgmental.
When you walk in with a hoodie on and some sweatpants on, talking about I need a resume, they will turn you away. And so as time progresses, I'm not going to keep coming in here asking y'all for help. And you going to keep turning me away. So now I'm just going to sit at home and twiddle my thumbs, or I'm going to go hang out with my friends and see what we can get off into. That's how stuff works.
That's true. So what do you guys have up and coming? I know you said about the trip in June, but as far as anything other?
We're going to Washington, D.C. We're going to keep going with the open gyms. March 31st, we'll have to stop because they're remodeling the Boys and Girls Club, and we'll open it back up. But we have a website, and on our website, everything that we're doing is put on our website on the calendar. Okay. So we are going to do a Wear Orange Day in June. And also we have some different classes and summits that are coming up with MHAM. And that's a lot of mental health training and coaching and stuff like that. So if you want to know anything that we're doing, we put it up on the calendar monthly. And our website is Connect, CONNECT, the number 2, be the change .org.
All right. Anything else you want to get out or?
Any more questions?
Yeah, No, I was just gonna ask you to, if you could, repeat, the times of the open gym and the times of whenever, everything.
So our open gyms are Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. and Fridays from 6 to 9 p.m. Free food, free drinks, free everything. Just come in and have some fun. And again, the website is Connect, CONNECT, the number 2, BE, the change.org.
Yeah, that was another episode of Midwest Slang. Subscribe to the page, man. Y'all, hey, show me some love, man. Nah, I ain't making it. But yeah, y'all tuned in to another episode of Midway Slang. Nice special guest, Takisha. You know what I'm saying? And y'all make sure y'all come send y'all kids to the Boys and Girls Club. Let them, play a little basketball, eat, We out.